Hey there, sided bestie. I think the time has come that I have to say something that I know will, for the most part, not be appreciated. But I'm starting to feel very strongly that it's really important to say. Because it involves a subject that I have noticed, especially lately, is being used to manipulate and hurt a lot of people. Know that I am not coming at this from a place to demean or make you feel less than. I am coming from a place of trying to help you ground your thinking. We are going to be talking about God spousal. And specifically, I will be speaking about Loki, because Loki is the one that I am the most familiar with. You do know that the term God spousal was created by a woman that wanted to marry Marvel Loki. That's the reason why it's hard for people to take that term seriously. Hold up. Don't get your knickers in a twist yet. God spousal is an inappropriate term for the concept that God spousal is loosely based upon, very loosely. First, let's get the hardest part out of the way, because I have had to explain this to people after them being mistreated, taken advantage of, and abused over the subject. Loki has a wife named Sigyn. Loki is consort to Angrboda. Loki does not exist on Midgard. Our interactions with Loki here are purely in spirit. So while I am going to say that nobody is the husband or wife or marital partner of Loki, I will say this. And this is what I have had to explain to people before. Why would Loki want to trap you in a one-sided relationship? Loki is not capable of fulfilling the requirements of that kind of relationship. What this boils down to isn't just pop culture and what trends on TikTok. It boils down to a misunderstanding of spiritual experience. Because keep in mind, even if you travel in spirit, you are still viewing everything through the veil of your human brain. And that veil will help you to interpret what you encounter with the closest thing that it can come up with. I'm trying to think of the right words to use here because, social media doesn't like some of these words. A lot of intimate contact with deities isn't what you think it is. Chakras are a very deep spiritual concept that shows up in multiple paths. When they tap into your root chakra, that's what you're feeling. And the human brain veil interprets it exactly how it feels, and it does feel some kind of way. Now, the hard part's over. Here comes the part that I hope will soothe. The term God spousal is based loosely on sacred union between human and deity. No, it is not a marriage. It is an oath, a type of spiritual bond and dedication. It's actually very serious. And I've sat and done the calculations. If you take it as seriously as it's supposed to be, having even 3 of them would be pushing it. I find 1 or 2 to be healthy and manageable, maybe. But in terms of Loki, you're joining his family. And yes, Loki takes it seriously. And relationship types may vary. But let's keep a grounded mind about it. One that, and this is going to sound like an oxymoron, is based in spiritual reality. Now, I'm not saying intimate contact with a deity doesn't happen. It actually does. It's usually from a standpoint of energetic healing or fertility. You heard me right. Fertility in its various forms. I promise I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. And no, believe it or not, I actually don't really judge people for the misunderstanding. It's very easy to misunderstand when what is most popular is thrown your way, especially in the most ungrounded of times that we are in. If you want to find a villain in this matter, blame colonialism, because it has separated all of us in various ways from our spirituality, and we are having to reconnect without that knowing. We're having to relearn, and that is okay. Spend some time and think on it. But even if you don't want to take my word for it, whatever you do, please do not let people use that as a method to control you, manipulate you, take advantage of you, or abuse you. Loki gets up to enough mischief all on his own. He doesn't need our help with that. Hail Loki, hail Sigyn, and hail Angrboda.